Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
For decades, we forced self-driving cars and robots to stitch black and white radar maps together with cameras feeds just to see where they are going. Ouster just killed that chunky process entirely by launching the world's first Lidar sensor that captures full 3D depth and native color simultaneously at the hardware level. So native color Lidar is going to replace cameras. Ouster's new Rev 8 sensor line utilizes custom silicon to bake full color data directly into 3D laser mapping data points at the exact millisecond of detection. This eliminates the need for separate camera modules and complex software blending. This completely rewrites the hardware stack for self-driving cars, delivery drones, and warehouse automation by wiping out calibration lag and sensor blind spots forever. What do you think about this, John?
It's cool, and I think it's scary at the same time. And I kind of said that under my breath before we started. But let's start with, because some of you might not know what LiDAR is, so let's start with that. So LiDAR, it's actually an acronym. It stands for Light Detection and Ranging. So how it works is it works by firing laser pulses and measuring how long they take to bounce back from objects. So think of it like or the police radar kind of thing, but a little bit more complex than that. So this allows machines to build precise 3D maps of their surrounding. And so traditional LiDAR, it excels at geometry, distance measurement, spatial awareness, and shape detection, but it lacks true color information, semantic understanding, and rich visual context. So that is why autonomous systems, they often use cameras for color and texture and LiDAR for depth, and radar for velocity and weather robustness. So the problem is that combining these systems introduces calibration drift, sensor mismatch, latency, synchronization issues, computational overhead. And so Ouster's, their Rev 8 systems, they're essentially attempting to collapse these functions into a unified sensing platform. And so what makes this different is that the way most, and I'll put it in quotes, colorized LiDAR systems work today is by simply overlay camera images onto LiDAR point clouds after capture. So that means that the LiDAR captures geometry, a camera captures RGB imagery, and software attempts to align them. So obviously this is imperfect because cameras and LiDAR see from slightly different positions. Moving objects create temporal mismatches, calibration errors accumulate, and lighting conditions affect cameras differently. And so what they're trying to do is so with the Rev 8 is LiDAR is essentially, they're calling it born with color. And so how this changes everything, because now color and geometry are captured simultaneously, spatial alignment becomes exact, latency drops dramatically, and there's no post-processing fusion is required. So this is a huge game changer for robots, for self-driving, for anything that uses LiDAR. This is the reason why I say it's cool and scary is because now robots will be able to see in color, right? What are your thoughts on this? Are we getting closer and closer to Skynet with this, Craig, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we are definitely getting closer to Skynet with these because, these sensors are small. They're going to be used everywhere. And now that the magic, obviously, is there's no delay. That it's captured at the hardware level. All of this, the 3D, everything is captured at the hardware level, exact time of image creation, where before it would take multiple camera shots, feed them together, try and map things out manually, and there'd be automatically, but there'd be a huge delay as the computer figured that out. So this is going to allow for much more real-time movement, much more safe warehouses where humans and robots are walking around, much more safe driving cars, drones. I'm really excited about the accuracy of these things that we're going to start seeing.
Yeah. And so just to kind of, I know you have it up there, but The system's powered by their L4 and L4 Max silicon architecture. And I don't fully understand all these specs here, but it's got 42.9 GMACs of onboard processing power, detection of up to 20 trillion photons per second, a 40 kilohertz measurement rate, picosecond timing precision, up to 10.4 million points per second, and 22.4 gigabits off-chip bandwidth. And so the sensor that you had up there, which was the OS1 Max, it uses a 256 channel architecture, reaches up to 500 meters under ideal conditions. It also detects low reflectivity objects at 200 meters. Because of the way they've configured it, it provides a 360 horizontal field of view and 45-degree vertical field of view. And so apparently it also integrates Fujifilm color science directly onto the chip architecture, which is a weird collaboration, but I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. And as you've seen, they're available to order now. So generally check that out. Like if you're a B2B or you're in the field, you can go and check out the stuff on the website. I don't know the amount of quantity you would have to order and all that kind of stuff, but it's happening as we speak. It integrates directly into next-gen robotics, autonomous trucking platforms, and industrial AI configurations. Early testing partners include tech giants and industry leaders like Google, Volvo, Skydio, Pulse AI, and Seegrid. So this is changing. The on-chip processing is powered by the L4 silicon running the 42.94 Gmax. You mentioned all of that. This was co-developed by Fujifilm, or the L4 chip that was embedded was. And the 116 decibel dynamic range of this sensor is actually superior to the human eye in high contrast environments. If a vehicle exists in a pitch black tunnel directly into a blinding midday sun, the human eye takes seconds to adjust, whereas the L4 silicon processes both the shadow and the highlights flawlessly inside the exact same frame.
Yeah.
So the hardware release is weaponized by a major acquisition. Ouster quietly bought competitor Vision Pioneer Stereo Labs for $38 million in cash plus $1.8 million in shares just months ago in February 26 to ensure their software stack could fully exploit the raw native color data coming from these new chips.
Yeah, and so for all you Tesla people, Tesla lovers out there, Tesla uses camera only FSD, full self-driving. The thing with Ouster's approach is they're attempting to merge the strengths of both LiDAR and cameras, right? So this will merge the two. And so hopefully it'll reduce the complexity in full self-driving and eliminate a lot of hurdles. Let's hope.
Yeah, you talk about hurdles. Well, hardware level fusion sounds great on paper. Camera plus LiDAR dual stacks are deeply entrenched in millions of miles of regulatory safety testing. Autonomous vehicle manufacturers are notorious for architectural inertia. They will not throw out their legacy camera neural networks until Ouster proves these units can be mass manufactured reliably without scaling defects. So Ouster just proved that the future of physical AI isn't about writing more complex software to stitch cheap sensors together. It's about building smarter silicon that sees the world correctly right out of the box. So if you were building a self-driving car system today, would you trust a single native color LiDAR sensor to handle it all? Are you keeping standalone backup cameras in your hardware stack? Let us know in the thoughts in the comments below.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched, and we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca, where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts, where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is shred time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too. If you've got a startup, if you've got a company, reach out to me if you have any questions. And if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.